Hello, are you struggling with boundaries at the moment, or low self worth, or just like low self respect of yourself? You might be struggling with self esteem, and that might be something that, even though if you are someone who is confident, confidence and self esteem are different. So, in today's video, I'm going to go into a bit about self-esteem versus confidence and some ways that you can help boost your own self-esteem so you can truly love you. So I'm Lisa, this is Heal with Lisa Cerise, and I'm doing a 30-day transformation and where I'm just uploading a video every day, and hopefully you find some value and it helps you transform or add value into your life somehow. That is my mission, and yeah, thank you for being here another day. If you have watched the other videos, if not, welcome. And if any point that you like the video, feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. So today I'll talk about self-esteem and a bit about what it is, what self-esteem is versus like confidence, and how you can build your own self-esteem. First of all, I'll go into a little bit of my story. So I actually have been doing a little bit of a women's group, and one of the things we talked about was self-esteem today. So I was like, wow, this is something that I definitely know how to build and work on, but it just kind of made me realize that sometimes we do affirmations and stuff like that, and we think we feel feeling good, or we may not be feeling great at all, but we're trying to have some type of confidence in what we're doing, but really we want to build the self-esteem first. And because we're having the self-esteem, then the confidence naturally comes, but you also, it's good to build the self-esteem first. So self-esteem is how you value yourself, how you feel about yourself deep down, and confidence is like how you show up and like your beliefs and your abilities. So confidence is more like, we might feel confident in a task, like if you're really good at playing the piano, you can play the piano and have confidence. But having self-esteem is knowing that you are a good person and you're worthy, and having that self-respect deep down, which regardless of whether you can play piano or not, it doesn't matter. If you have self-esteem, that is like an underlying thing. The confidence just helps you and how you show up or how you perform, or and the tasks or skills that you have. So if our self-esteem is low, we can tend to have like lack of boundaries. We can also be people pleasers. We also find it really hard to accept compliments from people, and we can have a lot of negative self-talk to ourselves, but quite often we might lift each other up, but we may not do that with ourselves, which is something that I also really do. I notice I am good at lifting others up, and when it comes to me, I can get into like a negative self-talk spiral. So if you resonate with that, let me know. And yeah, hopefully this will help bring this to your awareness, so you can start speaking to yourself like your own best friend. Or if you have a child and you give lots of love into your child, like you can speak to yourself as if you would your child. And some other things are overthinking, just ruminating so many things of like ways we could have done stuff, and also having a tendency to put yourself last, which there's a difference when self-esteem is really having that self-love for yourself, and some people think that someone who really loves themselves is not a good thing. So we need to put ourselves last above others, because we don't want to come across as like egotistical or someone who loves themselves. But true love for yourself is you loving who you are, but also loving those around you, and you don't put yourself above anyone. You're not above anyone or anything. You consider yourself and your feelings, and you also consider the feelings of other people. That someone with true self-esteem and true love, some people may love, they come across loving themselves, and they put themselves above everyone and don't think about anyone else's feelings. But that's can be more an egotistical thing. If you truly have self-worth and good self-esteem, then you love yourself and you have strong boundaries, but you also consider others. So there is a difference there. You know deep down where you're sitting, and if you are feeling like you do have a lot of negative self-talk, now is a good time for you to turn those negative self-talk things that you say around. And I'm going to go into some affirmations as always, so you can walk away with some affirmations to say to yourself. And I want you to just really acknowledge when you are having any negative self-talk, or you're having times of doubt, or really not feeling like that self-worth or self-respect. How can you just like pause and reflect and give a moment of compassion and love to yourself, and really speak to yourself like a best friend, someone that you really care for. And it may feel really awkward and weird at first, but I trust you. The more you can do this, the better you will start to feel within yourself, and then you can also show up as a better person to those around you. Having that self-esteem and self-love is super important for your growth and your healing. So ways that you can improve your self-esteem is having healthy boundaries. So when you really don't want to do something, a good way to, if you're in the beginning of your journey and you're not quite, this is something I've discovered quite helpful. If you're not quite sure if it's a yes or no, you could just say, let me get back to you. I need some time to think about this. And that's a really soft, nice boundary that if anyone doesn't respect that, then I would question that person, and if they really are, someone that you want to surround yourself with. Because that gives you time to process and really think whether you want to do something, whether it's actually a yes, or whether it's like a yes, but I don't really want to do it, yes. And then you have positive self-talk and affirmations. Yeah, just really turning anything. If you do have a time where you're going into a negative spiral, how can you turn that around and just look at it differently? Like something I do, sometimes I'll be doing something and I'm like, oh gosh, you're so stupid. And so I stop and catch myself, and I go, oh no, I'm learning. It's like just changing the way we speak to ourselves really helps us not be so hard on ourselves. And then you want to celebrate your wins. So this is like, if you learn something, or you do something, even if it's just like, I woke up at the time of my alarm today. Like, what did you do that you're proud of today? And I'm sure you can find at least one thing. And if you can't, I want you to really look at your day a little bit different, and be like, how did I show up for myself or for someone today? Did I get out of bed? Did I go and, like, did I go to work? That's something like you can actually congratulate yourself for these small things, which you may think I just have to do, but actually when you look at it, you kind of don't have to do anything. So you showing up for yourself, you can celebrate that and really congratulate yourself for these just small things that we take for granted. And then you want to look at the people that you surround yourself with and make sure that they are encouraging and loving towards you. Look, I know like we can be in situations where that's not always the case, and I have been there, so I understand. But this is where you want to be really working on building up your self-worth and your boundaries, and doing the best that you can to find a support group or find people that you can surround yourself with that really will support you and speak to you kindly and bring your self-esteem up and see you for the truly beautiful person that you really are. And also, I wanted to mention therapy is another good way to help, or some type of coaching to really help with your self esteem, because sometimes we really need the help from others as well. Coaching is something that I offer, but there's also some really good therapists out there, depending on the level of your how much your self-esteem has been affected by the events or trauma in your life. But I do believe you can start the work by yourself, by just shifting and becoming more self-aware, more loving with yourself. But sometimes the help of someone is advised. And then we have journaling. Journaling is a really good thing to do to get all your emotions out. And then you can do the rip and burn, or rip and put in, throw away, or whatever you want to do to release them. Or you can like keep a journal where you just put your emotions out and anything that you are feeling. But this is where you can also congratulate your small wins and write like a couple of things that you're grateful for about yourself that day. There's so many things to be grateful for. I'm going to go into some affirmations that you can say as well next. So a couple of affirmations you can say: I'm learning to love myself more every day. I deserve to take up space and shine. I'm enough just as I am. I'm proud of who I am becoming. I value myself when others don't understand me. My worth is not up for debate. I choose to believe in myself today, and I am proud of who I am becoming. And I think you really should be proud if you've got it to the end. If you've got to the end and you're still with me, you really should be proud of the person you are and who you are becoming, because I believe you are someone who really wants to show up beautiful and make a change in the world. So I want to congratulate you. I think you're amazing. And even if you can just say those things to yourself each night, like, I am proud of myself for showing up for me today. I'm proud of the changes I'm wanting to make in myself to become a better person. You can even be proud of yourself that you're watching a video on YouTube about self-improvement. Like, that's amazing. So yeah, that's it from me, and come back for another episode tomorrow. And love and belief, Lisa Cerise. Bye.